Hey friends, welcome back to Llama Mama Kayla's Yarn Tube. I'm Kayla, and I want to say thank you for stopping by for a visit today. I'm always so excited to spend time with you guys, and I appreciate you coming by and visiting with me. So I'm still wearing my pink hat because it's still October, and it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And this hat is I think it's a free pattern on Ravelry. I'm sorry. I just can never say that correctly. And I even practice saying it. Okay. So, anyway, I think there's a free pattern. It may be by like Sarah Arnold or something. And I may have that totally wrong. I don't know. I didn't get the pattern from there. I'm going off what Fiber Spider said because I followed his tutorial and he said it was a pattern by this woman on that place, Ravelry. I don't know. I try to say it. My son says, it's not a fight. They're not fighting. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know how to say it. Anyway, I just think that's funny. There's just some words that I just can't say, and that's one of them. I don't know. Uh, Today I am drinking this Tazo vanilla bean macaroon. Oh, Django, is that you? Django, you okay, boy? Probably trying to eat too fast. Um, this is a tea from Amazon. A sweet subscriber sent this to me. I guess it's called Tazo, and it is vanilla bean macaroon. Now, my son Dakota, my oldest son, he used to make these macaroon cookies out of our kitchen and sell them. He used to just sell lots and lots of them for weddings and different things like that, different events. People knew they could order them from him. And then he started, then he actually became a pastry chef at a restaurant. And so I don't know when the last time he even made these was, but he used to make them all the time, and they were so yummy. And he knew to make extra. Whatever he was going to make, he would make extra, make a plate, and set it there for the family so he wouldn't get in the ones that he had for an order. It says on here, savor this black tea confection of fragrant vanilla and a dash of cinnamon. I didn't taste any cinnamon. I don't taste the cinnamon at all. I taste vanilla. Now, I can't really say that it tastes like the cookie. Keeping in mind, I hadn't had one of those cookies in a long time, but I remember them tasting so good. But I don't taste the cookie. I do taste vanilla, and I do love vanilla, so it tastes really good. If you like a vanilla tea, that's great. And I'm drinking this out of Elijah, our youngest son's coffee mug. Um, we've called him Rooster since he was little because because he is like a rooster. He will argue with you until you turn blue. And so we've called him Rooster because he acts like a rooster to me. He always has since he was little. He just acts like a rooster. And so I nicknamed him Rooster. And so he's always had different things with roosters and chickens and all that, which he was really into chickens there for a while. So I grabbed his mug this morning. He's out of town yesterday. Okay, you know what else going on with me, right? I just had surgery a week ago and, lost the rest of those fingers. Well, obviously, my son Elijah has a lot of faith in me, more faith in me than I had in me, I guess. I don't know. I do not have a vehicle to drive. My car died a couple years ago. The motor just went out in it. I mean, it was driven to death, okay? The car served its purpose, very much so. And so we just have Big Daddy's truck, and then each of my sons have their vehicles. Well, Elijah lives with us, but he's gone most of the time. I mean, he works, um, full time. He's a manager of a store in the mall, and so he is gone all the time. When he gets off work, he usually goes out and eats with friends or goes to the movies and just does different things. He hangs out with friends, and he'll usually come home, let his dogs out, tend to them, and then he takes off. And you know, we're in the bed when he comes back. Let's just say that most of the time. There's a few times that he is here, but anyway, so the store that he's a manager of, there's three of those stores in our mall, and so the three managers of that store, we're in Louisiana, and a manager from a store in Mississippi came over here to ride with them, and they had to go to Little Rock, Arkansas for a convention. My fingers, I don't know if you can see how white the ends of them are. They had to go for a convention in Little Rock, Arkansas. So they all went in together and rented a vehicle. And yesterday morning, they were leaving to go out of town. So Elijah gets up yesterday and he says, "Hey, no, Big Daddy's going to work. It's just me here and Elijah." He gets up and he says, "Hey, I need you to drop me off at the mall." And I was like, "What? You need me to drop you off at the mall?" He said, "Yeah, I knew what he was doing. I knew that what was going on, but I didn't know that I was going to be involved in this." And he said, "Yeah, I don't want to leave my vehicle at the mall all night long." And I was like, "Yeah, that's true." So he wanted me to go to the mall with him and then drive his truck back home, which is not a truck. It's a smallish SUV type vehicle. I can't even think about what kind it is. But anyway, that's not important. But so I was like, okay, all right, yeah. So I got ready. He got ready for work and the trip and all. He had his bags packed and all that. And so we went to the mall and sat there and waited on everybody else to get there and get their rental car there and stuff. And then he left, and so I needed to drive his truck home. I was like, okay, how am I going to do this? I got over in the driver's seat, and I'm just like, okay, how do I do this? I don't know. And the key is in the ignition already, but it's turned off. And so I was like, well, I need to crank the truck. Well, I can't do that with this hand. I can't do that with this hand. So I use this hand to go through the steering wheel to the key, and I get it cranked. Okay. Well, now I need to put it in gear. And the thing is up here. So now I need to put it in gear. And I'm just like, okay, I was trying and I couldn't do it without hurting my hand. So I had to take this hand and put it in gear. But I figured it out and I made it home. Let's just say that. I felt like Elijah had a lot of faith in me. And I don't know, I wouldn't have tried that if it hadn't have been for him. But I made it. I survived. His truck survived. All the way up to the mall he was driving then. He was saying, Are you and Dad gonna be okay without me tonight? Are y'all can y'all make it on your own? Y'all gonna be okay? And I'm thinking, you're hardly ever home. What are you talking about? But that was sweet of him, but he was concerned about leaving us and us being at home by ourselves. Like we're not by ourselves every night. I don't know. I don't know. But I thought that was sweet of him. He was concerned about us. Um, oh, Django. Good grief. Um, so today I am headed to the doctor's office for him to just look at my stitches. Probably he just wants to make sure there's no infection, and there's not. It looks good. It's not red or anything like that at all. So, and then he'll give me an appointment to come back to probably get the stitches out in a week or so. So, yeah, it's kind of a a wasted trip, I guess I would say, in my opinion. But in the doctor's opinion, he wants to put eyes on it and make sure it's okay, So it was a scheduled appointment. But anyway, so I'm going to do that. Oh, I did get the pathology report back from my finger, and I think this was very, I don't know that I've ever gotten pathology reports back on my chart before. I just can't recall ever getting that before, so I thought it was kind of weird that they put this report on my chart. I looked on there to see about some test results, and there was a pathology report, so I clicked on it, and it said that it stated on there that the lab or whatever, they received a round container containing Kayla Miller's right hand, fifth finger, and it gave the measurements of the finger. It told the overall look of the finger, and then it said that the finger was ulcerated, and that it said the fingernail was not connected, and that inside the finger was gangrene down in the tissues, throughout the tissues of the finger. So, and then it said, I can't remember the exact wording, but it said something along consistent with Raynaud's disease or something like that. I can't remember the exact wording. So, anyway, I never read a pathology report on an amputated finger before, so that was interesting. What we already knew. It had gangrene, and it was down in the layers tissue. I think it's what it said. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a tissue. Anyway, Django, you don't need that. I'm saddled up with Elijah's dogs. I called Dakota, our oldest son. I called him last night and I said, "So what time are you picking up Elijah's dogs?" And he said, "I'm not." And I said, "Oh, he said you was picking them up." And he was like, "Well, he was mistaken." I was just picking with him. But yeah, I've got Elijah's two dogs, which is Django, a Chiweenie, and come here, Django, and Ginger. Oh, 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 oh. Wait, I have all my teeth. This is Django. He is a little Chiweenie. He doesn't like anyone except me and Elijah. He doesn't like Dakota or Big Daddy. He was a little bit abused before he was headed to the shelter. And then a friend saved him as he was going into the shelter. She was coming out of the shelter, and so she told the people that she would take him and find him a home. And she knew just who to text. Because she texted me and said, with a picture of him, and said that this little doggy needed a home. Did I know anyone? I said, nope, sure don't. A few hours later, we was over there picking him up. Okay, shh. Let him. So anyway, I do have some yarn to share with you guys today. I have a Hobby Lobby yarn haul. Yeah, that's what it is. So it's not anything spectacular or anything new. It's just some pretty colors that caught my eye, and I had some ideas with. So I'm excited about them. First off, I got this really pretty heathered blue right here. It's kind of a heathered turquoise color. Well, it says make noise for turquoise. And this is I love this yarn. It's a 4-weight. And if you don't know, Hobby Lobby's I love this yarn. And it is considered a print. I didn't know that. It is considered a print, so the yardage might be different than a regular colored skein. I'm not sure. It's 252 yards, which is 230 meters or 142 grams, and it's 5 ounces. It's 100% acrylic. So I thought that was a really pretty color, And so I have an elephant that I want to make. And I thought this would be a very pretty color, but I wasn't sure how much yarn I needed. So I went ahead and got two to be safe, right? So I have two of these. Make noise for turquoise. I like that. I've never bought this particular yarn before. Um, I just liked the speckledness of it, you know, like how it's heathered looking. I liked that. So, what else did I get? Well, I have a I have a project in mind that I just cannot wait to do. And I mean, y'all, I'm so ready for this to heal up so I can put a strap on here and start crocheting, okay? I'm so ready. And I have a couple of strap options that I'm going to be trying out, and I will share that with you guys. I'm excited about that. When this swelling goes down, and probably when I get those stitches out, I don't know, I might try before I get the stitches out. Who knows? Depends on how it's feeling. But when that swelling goes down and I feel like I can, you know, move my hand because I can move those fingers, but when I can start moving those fingers and it not hurting the area with the stitches and stuff, I might try. But I grabbed this yarn because it will be involved in a project that I want to try to pull off. This is called Pink Neon, and it is just, I love this yarn, super soft neons. And it's 252 yards too. So it is very, very bright, but the project that I want to do has a lot of neon colors in it. So I went ahead and got this kind of a Shrek green. What is it called? It is called, I thought that's where it said. Oh, Limelight. I wasn't sure if it was Limelight or called something else, but I went ahead and got two of these because I thought those were bright, pretty colors too. I can use them in that project and also another project. And about a month or so ago, I did get one of these. It is called Cobblestone, and this is considered a I Love This Yarn print. And so it is 252 yards too. How many yards was in that one? Now this one is 355 yards. I knew the solid colors would have more yardage, but this one is 252 also. It is called Cobblestone, and I thought this was a good color for Christmas, and so I'm working on a idea for Christmas vlogmas, if you want to call it that. I probably wouldn't call it that, but I will be I'm working on an idea for a Christmas project that I will be working on all the month of December. And so I thought this cobblestone might just work into that pretty good and add to the project. So this has it has white, it has some beige and green and red kind of speckled throughout it. Let's see if you can see that little tannish color there, and red and the green. And I think that's the only colors I've seen in it with the white. But I do have, so now I have two skeins of this that I can put into that project. So yeah, I need to put this separate because it is going to go for a project for December. And then I liked that one so much that I went ahead and grabbed this one that is kind of the same speckleness to it. And this is called Bird Song. And this is I Love This Yarn print. It is white with some blue, tan, green, and a few specks of red. But it might get more red down in there. But right now I can just see a few specks of red. But it's called Bird Song, and I just thought that was really pretty too. I don't know why those two colors just appealed to me so much. But Let me just see if I can show you. Oh, I I loved those. Those really appealed to me a lot. And so I think I only got one bird song. I probably should have got two, just because it is beautiful. Yeah, I don't know if you can see the specks of red. I don't know if the red is going to get more as it gets into it, but it has that tan and green and blue. I don't know. I can't see any red in it. So I don't know. But anyway, it's pretty. It's pretty color. And then the last skein I picked up is called Green Turquoise Red. And so I thought this might go Christmassy also. Um, I do love turquoise and white and red together for Christmas. That's not currently our decorating colors, but I just love those colors together. But this has red, turquoise, green, and some muted colors where it's the colors are kind of mixed together. And this is a print also, so it's just green, red, turquoise. That's the name of it. But I thought it was pretty, and it could go Christmassy, or it could go on its own and just be a fabulous color. So that is the yarn that I had picked up at Hobby Lobby. I got a hair like driving me crazy right there. That's the colors that I picked up at Hobby Lobby, and I just cannot, excuse me, I cannot wait to crochet this yarn up. I cannot wait to get busy with this yarn and make something cool. Yeah, with this one, I want to make an elephant. Elephants are dear to me because my oldest son, Dakota, he's 30. He has collected elephants and just been elephant crazy since he was a baby. One of his favorite toys as a baby was an elephant. And then he just wanted, when he was little, he wanted everything elephants. And he has collected elephants his whole life. And then over the years, I mean, anytime we went to Dollar Tree or anywhere, they had a little trinket that was an elephant. He had to get it. So when he was little, his room was just lined with elephants. Over the years, he's gotten rid of those little tiny trinket ones, like from Dollar Tree and such. And he has a really cool elephant collection now, wooden ones and metal and, different things. But I always am fond of elephants, and I saw an elephant pattern that I thought this would be pretty as. So, yeah. I do have some more yarn hauls coming up because that's not my only yarn shopping. When you can't crochet, you yarn shop, right? That's what we do. That's the rule. If you're not crocheting, you're yarn shopping. And I'm not crocheting, so guess what? I have to buy yarn. Actually, I have a yarn haul from Joann's that I bought before my surgery. It's the last of my, last time I went to Shreveport for a doctor's appointment because we don't have a Joann's here. So I have that haul coming up, and I've saved it because I knew I needed some content for this time that I wasn't crocheting. And I have went to Michael's. I had a gift card to Michael's, and Big Daddy put some money with it. And also I had a gift card to Walmart, and so I got a little yarn there. And is that all? So I do have some more yarn hauls coming up. So come back and see what yarns I have in the next week. I am so excited about crocheting again. It's driving me crazy. I talked with Tap Mama 73 in the Beg Brigade. That's Amanda. She lives in Shreveport here in Louisiana, and we've met, and we've chit-chatted, several times, and she's been calling me and checking on me since my surgery, and I really appreciate that. She is so very sweet, and I enjoy talking with her. We just laugh. We laugh the whole time. It don't matter what we're talking about. We are laughing hysterically. I love her. And yes, she called yesterday afternoon, and we talked for a good while, and talked about yarn, talked about patterns and different ways to do stuff. And she had a really cool idea. Um, she is making made a hexagon for her mother, a hexagon cardigan. Let me just say that correctly. She made a hexagon cardigan for her mother, and I think she did use a chunkier yarn for that. And I before my surgery, I started a hexagon cardigan with a particular yarn that it's a 4-weight yarn, but it's on the thin side, so it's like more like working with a 3-weight. Let me just tell you, that will not be a winter cardigan for me. It will be in the spring maybe, or maybe next year, because it's going to take that 3-weight yarn a long time to work up. And so she had the idea of making her sons the cardigans for Christmas. And I thought, oh, I wonder if my kids would want one. Dakota probably would. I don't know about Elijah. Well, he probably would because he likes different things. He said before that if I'd crochet him some pants, he would wear them. So he might would. It just depends on the colors, and he would have to approve the colors. Dakota, on the other hand, he likes anything that I crochet. He doesn't complain about anything. So I was thinking about some 4-weight yarns to do for, I could do them cardigans out of. And we had talked about the sleeves and stuff like that, because boys wouldn't want the bell sleeves that come out, And so there's a video that shows you how to make the sleeves, how to decrease the sleeves and make them, fit better and such. So I haven't watched that yet. She's watching it and trying to figure it out and stuff like that. I just hadn't watched it because I'm not actively working on the cardigan. And so anyway, I thought about using some of my bulky yarn and making me one, because the bulky yarn will work up a lot quicker than a 4-weight yarn, of course, and especially a thin 4-weight that's more like a 3-weight. So anyway, I was thinking about that, and I have a blanket that I need to add more to. It's made with a bulky yarn. So I was thinking about frogging that blanket and making myself a hexagon cardigan, campfire cardigan, whatever you want to call it. They're the same thing, just different names. So anyway, then she said yesterday on the phone about she has 2 matching anniversary cakes from the Karen cakes, the big anniversary ones. And I thought, oh, that's genius. Yes, that would work really good because that's a bulky yarn. It would work up great. I hadn't looked to see if I had 2 that were matching. I have some that Big Daddy had got me for Christmas a couple years ago when they first came out, but I don't know that I have 2 matching. I'm not sure about that yet, but that would be good. Having 2 of those that match to make the campfire cardigan. So I thought that was a cool idea, and so I'm going to look into that and see. But yeah, we just had a great time talking on the phone, yakking and laughing and just carrying on. It's always great to talk to someone who understands yarn, understands that you're dying to crochet. And she called and, she's like, what you doing? And I said, I'm looking at a crochet book, wishing I could crochet. So I was just looking at patterns in a book, marking what I'm going to make as soon as I can crochet. And yeah, I enjoyed talking to her, and I appreciate her calling to check on me. And it really did cheer me up. I was having a little hard time with my esophagus yesterday, and it did cheer me up getting to talk to her. And yeah, you know how it is. If you don't have anyone in your life that you can talk yarn with or crocheting projects and talk about different patterns with and how you can change the pattern up to do this or that, um, it's really, I mean, I don't have anyone in my life that I talk to other than Amanda for that. I have a best friend that doesn't have a crafty bone in her body, Angela. So I had to throw that in there because when I ask Angela something, or I'll ask her, I'll say, "Oh, what can I do my video on today?" She said, "Why are you asking me? Remember, I don't have a crafty bone in my body." So I had to throw that in there. But nobody else cares about yarn, crocheting, patterns, or anything like that. So I'm thankful that Amanda will call and talk to me about it. Anyway, guys, I'm going to get off here and get going. I've got to go get ready, let these dogs out at another time so they can potty and get them in their kennels. And we are going to head out to the doctor's office. And Big Daddy's going to drop me back off at the house so he can head on to work. He missed work last week. I think he only worked one day, and that was Monday. And then Tuesday we had doctor's appointments, and Wednesday I had surgery. And so he was, off Thursday and Friday with me and the weekend and went back to work on Monday. And here he is already having to take off again to take me to the doctor. So he wants to get to work as soon as possible. His work is very nice about it. They're always like, yeah, that's fine. Let us know if y'all need anything. They're super nice. But I know that it could get old, someone taking off work all the time. Plus, I don't want them to think he's taking advantage of them. He's not. He would never do that. But, I just don't want them to feel like, gosh, he's missing a lot of work. So he wants to get there as soon as he can. Anyway, that's our goal for today. And I will be back. I have some more videos planned out for you guys and some more yarn hauls coming up. And we will see you all again in the next video. Bye, friends. Y'all behave yourself. Have a great day. And remember, it is a beautiful day to crochet.